everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Lindsay and this is Life with Lindsay. Today we have a post review. If you are new here, hi, welcome. My name is Lindsay. I do mainly diamond painting and some other crafting related content, and I would love for you to like, subscribe, hit the bell, hop aboard the Hot Mess Express. Let's all be friends. If you've been here before, hi, welcome. Thanks for coming back. So this is my first DIY moon shop or DIYMOONSHOP, depending on who you are and how you think it's pronounced. I don't actually know what's accurate and what's not, but this is my first DIYMOONSHOP. I completed this canvas for my AliceInAWinterWonderland event that is currently running and ends February 14th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to join, come join us. Anyway, this canvas is Alice in Roses by Margaret Morales. I got the 40x54, which is no longer available on their website. This is a round drill kit. It has 32 colors. I did pay for the special treatment, which was three. I'm pointing out a frame like you guys can see. 3 special drills. There was the red ABs, the red crystals, and the black ABs. And then this one came with an AB for free. I'll go over all of this with you guys here in a moment. I do just want to mention that everything that I say here is my own. All opinions are my own. Something that I might love, you might hate, or vice versa. So please do keep that in mind. I know there were a lot of people out there who saw my unboxing. If you'd like to see that, I'll link that up in the eye for you guys real quick. And thought that I had a sour taste in my mouth and that I would go into this ho-humming and hating this canvas the entire time. So I definitely have some things to share. If you guys know Lindsay, obviously not me, Emeralds and Fairy Lights, she also did this canvas. She completed the larger size. So go check her out. You can check out her progress on Instagram. A few things I wanted to share. This, I think, is the most expensive diamond painting purchase that I have ever made. I could be wrong on that. At the time that I purchased this, the kit was on sale for $52.20. I paid an additional $12 for the special treatment, and then shipping was $25.85. It came to a total of $90.05. Is it possible I've spent more on another canvas from another company? Absolutely. But when you add in the price of the shipping and everything, that's something that you have to make the decision if that is something that you are willing to do. I understand, and I'm a huge proponent and advocate, oops, sorry for hitting the camera, for small shops, and like, leave them alone about shipping. Shipping costs are very, very expensive. I purchased this before they started coming in boxes. They were still being shipped from the Philippines, so I do understand the cost, but I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to spend nearly $100 on a small canvas, that I was going to enjoy it and that it was going to be worth it for me. So stay tuned, hear all of my thoughts on it. But in the meantime, let me show you guys her. There's a lot of bounce back. Let me move this pen. How freaking cute is this, you guys? If you would like to see the unboxing of this, I'll link that in the eye. Like I said, this is a 40x54, so she is not very big. And it's crazy because these aren't super, super shiny drills, but there is a lot of bounce back from the overhead light and the ring light. But you can see her beautiful face. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a lot of detail in this because it was the smaller size, but I'm satisfied with the level of detail for what I got. Up close, this particular style of rendering, which, truth be told, is not my personal favorite, it's a lot more murky and muddy up close. So from a distance, it looks absolutely fantastic. Like the lace in the chair, you can't really tell all of the specifics on it, but it still gets the point across. You can see like the details in like her sleeves and the bodice of her dress. Let's see. And then the roses. The whole concept of this painting, if you're familiar with Alice in Wonderland, is that they are painting the roses red. So you see the roses with like, some of them have the huge chunks of white because the paint didn't adhere or they missed the spots. The hair, I do like the way the detail of the hair came out. And let me just say, whether it was this canvas or another canvas, the softer style of rendering that DIYMOONSHOP does is not my personal favorite style. I am much more of like the clean, sharp lines, and everybody has their own preference. And that obviously didn't stop me from buying this image because I think the image is beautiful. A few things that I just want to talk about. I have had a couple spots where I've had to shift tons of drills, like handfuls of drills, because they shifted on their own. So I'm a little bit, oh, and I found one that fell off. I am a little bit concerned that maybe over time these won't look as nice, but I could be wrong. To be completely honest with you guys, I just picked up a drill off my table and put it on. Probably not the right color, but one drill isn't going to kill me. Let me show you guys what we got in here. I've got tons of stuff. Let me grab, sorry. I've got, oh God, you guys, I almost just knocked over an entire giant water bottle. That would not have been good. I was trying to get this. Here are all the drills. So I will say, again, these are my opinions. Please keep that in mind. For me, personally, the special treatment wasn't necessarily something that I would pay for again. Now, let me explain. If you are somewhere where it is going to be more cost effective for you to do the special treatment option, then absolutely go ahead and do it. I will say, this was what came with my canvas. They gave me the option of the 819 ABs for free. Now, these are, it's really easy to tell here that like there's not a huge distinction. This one here is the AB version. These drills, I was kind of expecting them to like blow me out of the water. They didn't. They were, I mean, I've gotten Amazon kits with drills like this before. Not to say that they're not good drills, but I'm one of those people, if I'm paying a premium price, I expect a premium product. And I kind of feel like maybe that wasn't fully the case here. So these are the rounded, more rounded drills. Like I said, they are beautiful. They do give a pretty nice shine. But to tell me that this is the AB and this is the regular one, there's not that much of a distinction between the two. It was recommended that the ABs go, for light, it says, here we go, apply as much as you would like. They have a more subtle. I decided to use these ABs down here in her dress, which is totally out of frame so you guys can't see it. Certain spots in her dress here. One thing I will say is that while this has 32 colors, that 819, for example, was used in the dress, in the skin, and in the hair. I would have liked a little bit more variation of colors. I don't need tons and tons of colors, but there were plenty of times that I couldn't figure out if the thing that I was putting the drills on was part of her like neck or the top of her dress or her dress or her arm. Because as you can see here, maybe you can, the hand, which has some really interesting shading, and the skirt, they're the same colors. So there's no dark, there's a little bit darker of an outline, but not like a dark outline to be like, this is her hand, that is her dress. They do give you, which I do like, when you purchase the special treatment, the suggestions of where to go. So you have the prism, which this is 310 AB. Here it is. It recommended putting it, sprinkling on the black ribbons on her hair and her dress. So I did do both of the ribbons. Like you can see it in here. I totally forgot about the bow when I was working on it. So I actually did her choker. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. The blood, it says to use on her lips and in the vial. So this is one of the reasons why I am saying, unless there's no other options for you, which there are plenty of options of companies that send out drills, that you can buy drills and have them sent out. So here is the blood, which is a red crystal. It said to use on her lips and in the vial. Well, let me show you the issue there. And this is only because I did the small size. The vial, it had one little red drill in here. you can see when I move it, maybe, the one singular red one. And I did do them in her lips. Was it necessary to have this bag for maybe 6 drills on the canvas? Probably not. The black, I also put in her eyeshadow or eyeliner. And then I said her collar. And then the other one that I did was Chili, which is actually a 666 AB. And this is no longer Chili. It's been renamed. I believe they renamed it as Blood. Listen, I love that they have names. Can we just also include the DMC so people, if they decide they want to use a lot of something and they need to replace it, can replace it? But for me, I put the DMC in the symbol that I was replacing. So for me, you have little pops in the rose. It was pretty subtle. I could have used more, but I didn't. But for me, I do like what they recommended, but I feel like I could have gone through my stash of special drills and not paid the additional money for it. Again, just me. But I will show you guys, like I said, there were 32 colors. Okay. One thing, this is definitely something that took time to adjust to. So here is the 819 and the 819 AB. I am one of those people, I go by the number on here as well as the DMC and the symbol, because for me, it's easier to look on the legend and go, okay, grab number 14 out, than for me to go, okay, grab DMC 645. So because they added both, I don't know why they didn't both call these both 19, because they're the same DMC, you just decide whether you want the ABs or not. So all of the other ones were pushed down one after this. So this one here, for example, this is number 21. On the legend, it's listed as number 20. Did it make it impossible? No. Is it something that I'm nitpicking? Absolutely. But it's something that confused me and complicated my life. But I had more than enough drills. Let's find a small container so you guys can see. I had more than enough drills left over. No problems there. I had a decent amount of trash. I am not one of those people that if I see a ton of trash, if I don't have to take it out of the thing and put it into the trash container, I'm not really going to have to. But this is, I had a lot of like the mini tabs and like really tiny round blobs. I had some that had extra shards on them. Stop focusing on the background, phone. So this is not a ton of trash, but like these little tiny pieces, those are the ones that fall in between the cracks in your canvas, or they're the ones that get stuck, or they get into your pen. There were a couple symbols that really frustrated me. They were also the same color background. So here we have E and F. You can see they look super similar. They were right next to each other on the canvas. There was M and W, which again, I'm somebody who works on my canvas any direction. And yes, one has a light letter and one has a dark letter, but they were all very close to each other. That one threw me off. This is something that's not uncommon when you have similar letters and symbols. The big one for me was the D, the O, and the Q. I'll get those in a second. The C, which was this one, and the J, when I was working upside down, I'm just going to show you guys the symbols. The J definitely looks like a C, and it threw me off quite a few times. Again, just pointing out things that irritated me doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to irritate you. So, D, O, and Q. Okay, I don't know why the symbol for this on here has a pink background, because it's a pink drill. But on the canvas, it definitely was not that color. And then O and D, they look identical. And the colors are so close. They were all over each other. So I was not only having to decipher between those, but then when I had the O and the Q next to each other, I was like, is that an O or is that a Q? So those are the things that I wanted to point out in terms of symbols. The clarity of them was pretty good. P, which was this one here, it was a dark color with a light background, or a dark background with a light letter. For some reason, that one particular symbol was pretty blurry. What else did I have to go over with you guys? The sticky was okay. There were parts that were, I don't want to say it hadn't cured because it wasn't really that kind of slip and slide feeling, but it was a little like goopy almost. I don't know if I had mentioned it. I finished this canvas over 10 days. It took me 28 hours and 8 minutes. I enjoyed the process of it, and I'm glad that I did it. But I think that the big question is probably, are you going to buy another one? And the answer is probably not. If there was an amazing piece of artwork that I absolutely had to have, 100% I would go after it. But in general, there were lots of little things that kind of added up. The glue went past on all sides. Could I have covered it with washi? Absolutely. Something else that I found interesting is I haven't had a canvas that's only had a legend on one side in probably since I started diamond painting. And this one was on the bottom, so it wasn't the right direction. So sometimes I had trouble figuring out what I was working on. Now there's a hair stuck to it. I do like that they put my handle on it. I think that's cute. If you purchase a canvas today, right now, they no longer pack and ship them from the Philippines to you. They do ship them directly from their manufacturer. I have looked at the cost of shipping since then, hoping that since it wasn't being shipped from them in the Philippines to you in wherever you live, that would lower the shipping cost, but it really hasn't. So, you know, these are all things that you make the decision on. I obviously can't tell you what to do. I love how this came out. I think she's beautiful. The style of this particular rendering is, because it's meant to have soft lines and more blurred lines, it does lead to a little bit of murkiness. So I do think that the larger canvas in this is probably the way to go. This definitely gets the point across. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful, and don't get me wrong. And I do love the overall finish of her. I just, for the price tag alone, I could get something that doesn't make me question symbol clarity or symbol choices or the extra glue. Again, I didn't want people to think that because I didn't love it right out of the box with my unboxing that I was going to go into this and not enjoy it. I have not sat here in the 10 days that I've worked on this and complained about it to my husband. I do love how she came out. Please. I just don't think that the overall price tag was worth what I got. If I was paying $52 for it, not paying for the additional shipping and special treatment, would this have been a better value for me? Absolutely. But you live and you learn. And now I know that it's not necessarily worth it for me to add an additional package with extra drills in. But if you're somebody who maybe you're not very good at knowing where to put special drills and what drills to use, it's a really nice option because it doesn't tell you exactly, it just gives you recommendations. But I really do love this. Margaret Morales, her artwork is beautiful. And I'm really happy that I got this, and I'm really, really happy that I've completed it. But as I said, I'm not rushing out to go get another one. The shading had a couple spots where, you know, I don't know why there's some darker spots in the white patches. Just little things, but they add up, and they add up quickly. But I think that's all I got for you guys on this one. I did enjoy the canvas, and overall, I really do love the finished product of this. But as I mentioned, I'm not rushing out to go get another one. But let me know down below if you have completed any canvases from DIYMOONSHOP and what your thoughts are on them. I'm going to get out of here before I continue to ramble. If you guys enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like this, or, you know, nothing like this at all, please make sure you give this video 2 thumbs up. One real life, one virtual. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Come, join the Sparkle Squad. And while you're there, hit that notification bell. Dang. I do not operate on any sort of schedule. I operate on toddler standard time, and I record when my tiny human is sleeping or sleeping. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys!